And albinism is an extremely rare disease that is caused by an absence or a defect in the enzyme involved in the production of melanin. Melanin is a substance that gives the skin and hair its natural color. In humans, those with dark skin have higher amounts of melanin. And of course, those who have little to no melanin has very pale skin. Imagine looking different than everyone else around you, people making fun of you. Although it is not life-threatening, it can impact that person's life emotionally.
An albino has the absence of color in the hair, skin, and iris of the eye, making them have vision problems and even blindness. They can't see what's in front of them. The photoreceptors, which are cells in the retina that detect light, get oversaturated with light and sends confusing messages to the brain. Without pigment in the eyes, they take in too much light.
No cure or treatment for this disease. There's no way to create melanin in the body. There is no enzyme that produces it. There are only ways to protect themselves from further damage. Using sunscreen and completely covering the skin with clothes will reduce sunburn. If not, they would easily be able to get skin cancer. They have to wear sunglasses as well, which relieves their light sensitivity in their eyes.
Being an albino is really tough. Going to school and being made fun of every day by having lighter skin color and hair color from everybody else.
It mentally injures them. They are not accepted into society.
My name is Kenyon Flowers. I'm 10 years old and I live in Illinois.
And I'm his twin brother, Kari.
You can just imagine the great surprise that met Kenyon and Kari's birth. They are fraternal twins, born only 25 minutes apart. But Kenyon has albinism, so in many ways, it separates him from his brother by an eternity.
Is it good? Is it what you got?
My family's skin color, probably like chocolate. For me, when people say what color are you, I say banana and vanilla mixed, bavella.
Would you ever want to be brown?
I don't know if I look good in brown. I don't really know.
Kenyon says he remembers clearly the first time he noticed the vanilla chocolate difference between him and his family.
I was with my mom when she was carrying me. I saw my arm. Like I was holding on to her.
And what'd you think?
Wow.
A typical response when anyone sees the Flowers family for the first time. They are constantly reminded that one of them is not quite like the others.
When Kenyon, I think he was maybe 2, we were in a store and he picked up a toy he wanted. I said, no toys. I put it back. There was an older lady shopping, watching me. And then I see security coming. And this lady's like, this black man's trying to take this little white boy outside. The security guy come up, he's like, put the little boy down. I'm like, this is my son. Well, you got proof it's your son. No, that's my wife, there's my other son. You touch me, you leave me alone, or I'm gonna tear this whole store apart.
When people ask questions like, are you really his brother? It makes me feel obnoxious. I'm like, oh, I don't think I want to answer to that. Because I am his brother. Just that I'm lighter and they don't understand it.
I heard people call him albino, a freak, idiot, retard, all kind of names. When I hear those names, I just fight back and say, what happens if you were him?
In spite of their differences, or perhaps because of them, Kenyon and Kari have a unique bond.
He's awesome, cool, good brother to have, and most of all, he's the best.
Kenyon and I are like as close as glue on paper. Sometimes I think he's the second part of my heart.
At just 10 years old, these boys have already learned about the importance of looks and the shortage of tolerance. Kenyon's albinism does set him apart from most 10-year-olds because he's legally blind.
I kind of wish I could see better because I can't see people from far away because I think they just disappeared.
Kari has become his brother's keeper because of it.
Usually when he follows me to the park, I have to watch him in the street. And also when he's at school crying, I had to go see what's wrong, and then whoever hurt his feelings, here comes me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
Kenyon is the first student with albinism to ever attend his elementary school.
He knows how to spell Lundal now.
To help things along, the school purchased special equipment to help him see the material.
Make sure you indent all of your work, your very first sentence.
He also has an aide by his side the whole day to make sure he absorbs the lesson plan. Altogether, there are 8 specialists who work with Kenyon over the course of a week. But once recess comes around, the divide between the Flowers brothers becomes more dramatic. Kari, the athlete, is outside playing football. Kenyon's vision makes sports tough, so he and his friends have completely different plans. Lunch bunch.
It's a thing where we just talk, and it's like more quieter than there. It's just sometimes where we talk.
It's like
with her.
professional.
We eat lunch together.
Professional with food.
Fun.
What are we going to talk about?
The most popular topic these days, Kenyon's racial identity.
About albinism, have you ever what have you said to them? Like, why are you white instead of black? What have you said to them?
It's because I have albinism. I can tell you about it, but just don't call me white again, because I am not. I'm black. Some people call me pale, which I'm not.
And I know with you, Kenyon, you may look like white, but almost like if you look in a shadow and at your skin, it might almost look like a little bit, almost like a regular person's skin a bit.
He's a regular person though.
Finding acceptance with friends is hard, but there is something else Kenyon finds even more challenging.
Having a love life for me, it's hard. Really hard and harsh. I like girls. They said, I don't like you, I just like you as a friend. Maybe they just think I'm not cute enough, which I am, but they just don't see it. They rather see some guy who's big, gigantic, strong, who rather plays football, instead of just a kid with albinism and takes taekwondo. It's really heartbreaking.
Okay, go.
Albin.
Keep going, keep going.
An albino has the absence of color, hair, skin.
Going to school and being... It's already on. Being at